Hearing Claire's words, her mother sighed. "I'm sorry, Mom," Claire said in a quiet voice. Her mother shook her head. "There's nothing for you to apologize about. You going through that was the reason why I was concerned after hearing you had become an adventurer." Pulling Claire close to her and giving Claire a hug, she said, "Though I didn't imagine you'd have to experience such a traumatizing thing as part of the orientation to become an adventurer. Even after hearing you talk about it before, I had a difficult time believing what you said." Nodding, Claire said, "I think it's because Star and Moon knew that people would be scared about being killed in the simulations, even if there was no consequences. This would hamper their training and prevent them from getting to a point where stepping outside wouldn't be an issue." As Claire and her mom were talking about what had happened inside the training simulation, the others were near the monitor. "How long does it take for us to notice a difference in terms of staying in this type of room?" Claire's dad, Robert, asked Darlena. Abby, next to her father, nodded her head in agreement, looking expectantly at the robot on the screen. Instead of showing a cheerful smile, its expression was neutral. Though this room does have an elevated level of energy, it still isn't to the degree where you'd see results immediately. Darlena looked at each one of them. If it were, then just entering the room would be a painful process. But then, what's the point of paying valuable guild points? I thought the purpose of getting these types of rooms, or eating the special food, is to get stronger as we absorb more energy. Tommy furrowed his brow. Darlena nodded. That's the case. This hasn't changed. Next to Darlena appeared the image of a gym. But this is the same with going to the gym and getting stronger, right? Do you expect your body to immediately get stronger after going only a couple of times? Not only would that be unrealistic, but also place a strain on your body. The expressions changed after hearing Darlena, as though its words had clicked in their minds. This is even more the case when you're factoring the new abilities that emerge as adventurers absorb more energy into their bodies. Darlena said in a stern voice, "Though you benefit from taking in more of the energy, you shouldn't be careless with it. Just like anything good for your body, an excess amount can be detrimental to it." Behind them, Claire said, "Trust Darlena on this information. You don't want to absorb more than your body can naturally handle." She had finished talking with her mother and went over to where the others were gathered in front of the monitor. Abby looked at Claire and back to Darlena. "Though we may be impatient, I sense our mindset was wrong when thinking about this new resource. Even something as innocent as sugar can have a negative impact on your body, like fructose interacting with the liver." Nodding. "It's good that we learned about this now, instead of sometime in the future." Listening to their words, Bill chuckled. "I didn't expect this to turn into a health class." "You could lose a couple of pounds," Tommy laughed while using the back of his hand to tap Bill on the chest. "Our husbands could see some improvements too," Claire's mom joked as she looked at her husband. Both Robert and Philip frowned, looking hurt at the comment. Laura giggled as she nodded at her friend's comment. "You're right, Cynthia. It's been a while since they've seen their toes without having to crane their necks over their stomachs." "Hey, we've been busy with work." Philip defensively touched his stomach, looking at his wife. "It's not like the two of you." He began to say, but stopped after seeing the two women glaring at him as if daring Hannah's dad to finish his thought. Claire and the others laughed at the interactions of their parents, forgetting the dire words spoken by the robot and the impact the energy could have on their bodies.